afternoon, everybody. Welcome. It's Wednesday, 3:30 p.m. We are in week number 3 of our Taekwondo program with Rise Vermont. My name is Master Lenny Jordan, and I own Jordan's Black Belt Academy. And it's an honor to be here once again with you guys. We're doing a 10-week session. This is week number 3, as I mentioned. And it's beginner introductory Taekwondo. But just to let you know that even my black belts, even the advanced students, practice their basics all the time, the fundamentals. We are as good as how we practice, and if we practice our solid foundation, then we know it's going to be good further on down in our training, okay? So we're going to give just another minute to let some people log on. We have some people who may be straggling in, and we will obviously go over some review from the last session. We'll talk a little bit, just make sure you have your commands and some of the Korean terminology. We'll review some hand techniques. We'll review some kicks. We'll add some more additional techniques this week. We spoke about some of the philosophies and the tenets of what we do in Taekwondo. We're going to give you a couple more things to think about, and we'll teach you how to count in Korean. Now, if you already know how to count in Korean, good for you, but we're going to teach you how to count in Korean just to get the basic 1 to 10, and we'll go from there. So, without further ado, we will get started right now. And let's talk about our basic fundamental commands. Basic fundamental commands, our attention stance, our bowing, our ready position. So when we go to our attention stance, the word once again for that is chariot. And if you're new to us, it's your first week, just follow along and do the very best that you can. And if you have questions, feel free to send me a message and we'll get back to it as soon as we can. So our attention stance, our feet come together, our hands come straight down. And the word in Korean for that is chariot. So try and say that. Chariot. All right, hands come straight down to the side, chariot. And we bow. Obviously, we bow out of respect and as a greeting. So, kyungnae is the word for bowing. So, kyungnae. Go ahead and try and say kyungnae. All right, and then our ready position, which was chumbi, and our hands come to 2 fists right below our chin, straight down in front of our belt area, and that is our ready position called chumbi. So, go ahead and try and say chumbi. Review real fast. Chariot, attention stance. Bow, kyungnae. And chumbi, our ready position. Excellent. Now, when we go into our ready position, again, I spoke about how we do a key up and ayah when we throw certain techniques and we yell real loud. And if you always wondered why people did that, well, first of all, by yelling, you're controlling your breathing. There's no way to possibly yell if you are holding your breath. So that's how we know you're breathing. Second of all, that scream ayah is a little bit intimidating. So, that's kind of, if you had to defend yourself, you want them to make you think you're just about a few fries short of a Happy Meal. Okay, that way they, be a little bit intimidated, but it also builds confidence and gets you psyched up. Also, so that's why we key up. All right, we're going to get doing some calisthenics and get you warmed up. It is imperative that you be flexible. It is imperative to get some blood flow in your body. We'll start up here, working our way down. We'll start up top with some arm circles backward. We'll go ahead and do that. Now, this is exercises you should be doing on your own anyway, morning, afternoon, night, when you have a few minutes, okay? And let's go the other direction. So good arm circles, just warming up our shoulders. I'm going to have you put your hands in front of you just like this, and we're going to go ahead and rotate and twist our body. Remember how we pivot on the back foot. So we twist, try to look all the way around behind you if you can. That way you get a good rotation on your body. And again, you don't need to do this one fast. We're just loosening up our lower body. Excellent. And you can do that for a good minute on your own outside of this class. Let's put our hands on our hips. And we're going to rotate. Remember how we do this correctly. Rotate the hips, trying to keep your head and your shoulders where they are. Don't move your head and shoulders around your body. Keep this still while you do your rotations. One direction and then back to the other. If you are watching for the first time, well, welcome aboard. We're glad to have you. If you've been through all 3 of these classes, we appreciate that as well, too. Spread the word. Tell your friends. Come on down. Log on to class Wednesdays or Thursdays, 3:30 p.m. And if you're also brand new to the program, make sure if you have a question, you can put it in the comment section. I'll try to answer them along the way. Or at the end of class, we'll give you a couple of ways to connect with me as well offline. Okay, so here's your hip circles. What I'm going to have you guys do is I'm going to have you put your hands right here in front, and we're going to bring our knees up in front of us. Just bring them up. We're working on our hip flexors right now. Just trying to get that moving. When we pick your knees up, okay, hamstrings, quads, glutes, stomach, lower abdominal muscles, you're using all of those to pick your knee up. You wouldn't think it's such a complicated exercise, but you're using a lot of muscles to actually do this. This is something that's really easy to do. Help out with flexibility. Okay, that's good enough for there. All right, next thing I'm going to have you guys do is we're going to do some squats, proper squats. And, you know, like when you sit down in a chair, that's the best way to do a proper squat, as if you are going to sit down on a chair and come back up. You don't want to bow your body forward. You want to have your feet 2 shoulder width apart. Your feet can be slightly turned out. It doesn't have to be straight ahead. And then just sit down with your back straight as you can and come back up. And then down and then back up. Let's do 10 of these. Good, there's 4 right here. Easy enough. 5. 6. You can put your arms in front of you when you go down. 7. Another alternative. 8. 9. Last one, and 10. Okay, now the next exercise we're going to do is a combination of a squat and a stretch. You're going to do a squat, you're going to come up and you're going to reach down and touch the floor in front of you. Now, are you super flexible? Anybody out there really flexible? We have any people who are gymnasts or dancers? Usually the ladies, young ladies in class who do dance are really, really flexible compared to some of the guys who play football. So what we're going to do, combination, we do our squat, straighten the legs, and then reach down in front, touch the floor, and come back up. That's our combination. We'll do 10 of those. Keep your legs nice and locked straight when you stretch down in front. Ready? And 1, and stretch. And 2, and stretch. 3, don't go fast. This is not meant to be a cardio drill. We're just trying to get our legs warmed up. There you go. And 5, stretch. Good. 6, back straight when you squat. 7, try to keep your back straight when you bend forward. Don't hunch. I think we're on 8. All right, 9. Good. Last one, and 10. Squat and stretch. Very nicely done. Okay. So we worked our hamstrings, the back of the leg just that time when we stretched forward. Good balance now. Stretch. Grab your leg. We're stretching our quad. Pull straight back. You don't want to pull off to the side. That's bad for your hips and bad for your knees. So make sure you pull straight back. Ooh, get that balance. I should have better balance than that. Let's go ahead and do the other side as well too. And if you have trouble with your balance, stare at a spot in the wall. Put your other hand out for a counterbalance. Just something to keep it still. The leg you're standing on, dig those toes right into the ground. Oh, you stop. Okay, shake your legs out. All right, so what we're going to have you do now is we'll give you guys one little cardio drill. It's going to be a 30-second drill. Now, you don't need much space around you for this. Let's talk about our sitting stance. Again, some schools call it a horse riding stance. We used to call it that well also, but it's synonymous, sitting stance. So we're going to get down to your sitting stance. You're going to put your hand up in a punch, and your other hand's right here in your hip. And what you're going to do is you're going to punch as many times as you can in 30 seconds. Now, I want you to count. So I want you to count as many as you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, but there's a rule. You can't do this. Okay, you have to have an actual all the way in, out. Right back to your hip and out. Not this. Okay? 30 seconds as fast as you can. I want you to count. We did this before. Okay, you guys ready? Set. Go. Count. Fast as you can. Don't lose track. Punch, punch. We're doing 30 seconds. Fast as you can. Once you're done with 30 seconds, I want someone to type in the comment section, if you can, how many punches you got in 30 seconds. Come on. Keep working. We got 10 seconds left. As fast as you can. Fast, fast, fast. Dig down deep. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and freeze. Good. How many punches did you get in that 30 second? Somebody make a comment. Put it in there. I love to see how fast people actually are with this drill. What we're going to do is give you a 30-second breather. And we're going to go again, but you got to beat that last number that you just had. If you had 50 punches, I want 55. If you had 60 punches, I want 65. If you had 70, I want 75. Technically, if you beat it by 1, you've beat it. That's good, but I want to see what you guys can do. All right, so we're going to go. Sitting stance, hand in a punch. Hand is right here. 30 seconds. Again, try to punch more than the last time. If you lost track of how many you did last time, oh well, make something up. See how many you can do this time. Ready. Oh, we got a comment here. Shannon Chase did 65. Outstanding. That's really good. Well done. All right, so here we go. Set and go. 30 seconds, fast as you can. Come on, try to dig down deep. Go, 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 go. Sikander, nice. 64, I love it. Let's go. Push, guys. Push, push, push. 30 seconds, as fast as you can. Come on, dig down deep. Dig down deep, faster. Quicker. You can do it. Keep breathing. Otherwise, you'll turn purple and fall down on the ground. Come on, keep pushing. Keep breathing. Air is free, and I recommend using it. Let's go. Come on, fast as you can. You got a few seconds left, guys. Go. Come on, dig, 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 and stop. Did you beat your last score? I hope you did. All right, Shannon, did you get more than 65? Sikander, did you get more than 64? Somebody let me know. Let me know. I'm really curious to see. Because what happens is, once your body warms up, you can actually perform better. So that whole first set was just getting the blood flowing, getting the juices going. All right, and then the second one, you could really, really rip it up. So if you did more than 65 or 64, that's pretty good. I appreciate the effort, okay, guys? All right, we're going to talk about our basic fundamental stances real quickly, and then we'll get to some hand techniques. Walking stance, parallel stance, sitting stance, L stance. Sitting stance, we've already gone over. 2 shoulder width, just like you're riding on top of a horse. Walking stance, remember I've spoken about our railroad tracks. Imagine a set of railroad tracks on the floor in front of you. One leg on one track, the other leg on the other track, about 1.5 to 2 shoulder widths in length, nice and long, and bend that front knee so it's over the heel, back leg is straight. There's your walking stance. All right, let's talk about our parallel stance, which, when you guys go into your chum-B position at the beginning, you're actually in a parallel stance. Your feet are shoulder width. There's your parallel stance, just like that. That's called a parallel stance, all right? Next one is our L stance. L stance. So, if you have your walking stance, take your back leg and take your foot and turn it out sideways and bend both your knees, and now you're in an L stance where your feet make the shape of a letter L on the floor. There's your L stance. Oh, Sikander, you got 21 more than your last time. See, that's what I'm talking about, those punches. Well done. All right, so we have our parallel, sitting, walking, L. The L stance, your weight's to the back leg, 70% on the back leg. Knowing those stances will get you a long ways in Taekwondo training, okay? We are going to review our blocks really fast. So give me that walking stance. Remember our railroad tracks? And remember, if people walk like this on the street, don't walk next to them. Go to the other side of the street. Here we go. Walking stance. Hand is in a low block. Remember, our low block starts up high and comes down low. Bring it up and then drive down. So what I'm going to have you do, hopefully you have enough space where you're working, where you can step forward and do a block with the other hand. And it looks just like this. You're here, step, block with the other hand. So if you need some space in front of you, make some space really quick so you can maybe do 2 steps forward. All right, here we go. Low block. Step forward, do another low block. If you have room for one more, try one more. Good. Let's go back to our spots. All right, go ahead and give me that walking stance and give me the middle block. Remember, middle block because it blocks in the middle. That's why we call it a middle block. This right here is eye level. Not down here, not up here. If I keep my eyes on the horizon, that's where my hand should be. So we circle this way. Come across and circle out. All right, middle block. We're going to step forward and do one. Ready and go. Middle block. Let's go one more time forward. Middle block. How about we step backwards and do it? And let's step backwards again. Excellent. Something is coming this area, coming straight at you, and you block it away. So there's our review for the middle block. Let's go to the rising block, or the high block. Give me that nice walking stance, long and strong on the stances. This arm and the same leg in front, let's pick that up above our head. Anything's coming down on top of us, that's what we're blocking this. And we have this angle here to deflect. Again, have the angle. Flat is not going to work. You can still see the top of my head. Whatever's coming down is going to lay right on top of my head. Get this hand up here. All right, other hand is right here. We're going to step forward. Ready? And block up high. Let's go one more time. Block up high. Now, when you throw your blocks, though, don't go, you want to throw them as hard as you can. Because the harder you throw them, the more strength and the muscles that you're using. However, it's a slippery slope. The harder you throw it, the less control you may have. So you kind of find that balance point of between a powerful block and it being completely out of control. Let's go back a little bit here. Let's try our rising block. Ready? And up. And let's go again. Hard as you can. If you get room for one more, try one more. Let's go backward and do the same block with the other hand. Let's go back again. Beautiful job. Okay, so we did our low, we did our middle, we did our rising, we did those last class. We're not going to spend a lot of time on those. All right, we did a knife hand block as well also, where we look like this. Yeah, we are sideways. See this right here, our knife hand block? So what we're going to do is when we do our knife hand block, though, we're going to take that walking stance. We're going to throw that out for now. And we're going to do our L stance. Remember, our feet are shaped like a letter L. So if we extend the lines, I'll turn sideways. This is our L stance. This foot straight this way. This one straight ahead that way. All right, side view, here we go, just like this. Take that forward hand and put it out in front of you just like this. As you can see, there's an angle to the arm. There's bent. It's not straight up and it's not flat. It's right in the middle. So that's what you want to have. It travels outward just like that. There's our knife hand block. We're here. In our L stance, we're going to step forward and do one with the other arm. Ready? And go. Block. Let's go again. Block. Block harder. Strong. Backwards. And then back really hard. Powerful. Yes. There's our knife hand block. Okay, we did that last class as well too. We did, I believe we worked on a wedging block. Wedging block. Wedging with an ing. Every time I say that in class, I want the little kids giggle because it sounds like something else. Wedging block, okay? Let's go ahead and give me that walking stance. All right. Two fists facing you. Make an X. Pull apart. We step forward and we do our wedging block like this. What are we actually using this for? If I'm trying to push you, you wedge right through the middle and you separate the arms. It's that easy. It's kind of like a snowplow going up through. Up and then pop, pull it apart really, really fast. But when you do it, remember guys, not this far out. Right to here. Stops at your shoulders. Okay, here we go. We're going to step forward to our what kind of stance? Walking stance. Cross and block right as we land. Are you guys ready? Set and block. Pull it apart fast. Ready, forward, go. Let's go one more time. Ready, go. Pow. Really, really strong. Really put some muscle and snap behind that block. Let's do a couple moving backwards. Ready? Cross, block. Let's go again. If you have room for one more, do one more. There you go. So there's our wedging block. Now, let's bring a new one into it, and we're going to call this one knife hand guarding block. So everybody, I want you to repeat after me. Say, knife hand guarding block. All right? It's similar to the knife hand block we did before, but we're going to have one hand here like this. So both arms are going to work together now. And usually what happens is when you start using both arms at the same time, sometimes your brain confuses a little bit because you're using both sides at the same time. And you guys know that the left side of your brain controls the right and the right side of your brain controls the left. So when you focus on one, that's easy. But when you start focusing on two hands, then sometimes it can get a little tricky. But don't worry about it. It's brand new. You'll get the hang of it in no time, I promise. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what the block looks like. So the first one, remember we did it like this? This time the hand's going to be here versus on your hip. Before we moved one arm to block like this. Now both arms are going to reach to the side and come forward just like that. So what I want you to do is put both arms to your side and then bring them forward just like that. I'll turn this direction so you can see a little bit better. So off to the front side of your body. See how my arms are up, but they're relaxed. They're not super tense like they're relaxed. Okay, and then they twist as they come forward. Off to the side and then block. Off to the side and then block. So there's your knife hand guarding block. Say knife hand guarding block. Now, we're going to have you do this moving forward. And this is the part that can sometimes get a little bit tricky, but you know, if you're doing it wrong, that's okay. You're trying. You'll get the hang of it, I promise. Let's start off with, and we're going to sit there, we're going to take that walking stance, we're going to throw that right out the window again, and we're going to go back to our L stance, where our feet make the shape of an L. My back legs point toes that way, my front leg pointing that way, okay? And this is your finished product right here. Reach to the side, block. Now, here we go. We're going to step forward. So what's going to happen is you're going to come forward and you're going to switch the hands. Don't worry too much about the reaching stuff. For now, you're here, forward, switch. Ready? Forward, switch. Let's go backwards. This is where people get messed up. Backwards, switch. Back again. One more time. All right, so there's your knife hand guarding block. Knife hand guarding block. We'll do more of that one again next class. Now, what I want to do is I want to go into some leg techniques and some kicking things, but here's what I want you to do. I want you to take just a few minutes, if you have the ability, to find where you're at, a chair or a stool. I brought something with me. I have a stool here that I'm going to use, okay? And no, we're not going to sit on it, but I want you to take just a minute or two, if you have the ability, to bring one to where you are working out and training right now. So go ahead and try to grab something. Now, I don't want you to grab something in the chair that's gigantic and huge and you can't move it. We're not asking you to bring a recliner chair. Maybe one of your dining room chairs. Maybe an office chair from your desk. Maybe you have a stool in the house. Something like that. We want you to go and try to grab that. I'll give you just a minute to go ahead and do that. And then we'll show you exactly what techniques and how it's going to come into play with what we're doing here today. So if I had the Jeopardy theme, I'd play that do 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 do, which is exactly 30 seconds long, by the way. You should time it sometime. All right, so hopefully you have a stool or a chair, and we're going to start showing you a couple things to work with our legs to help out with flexibility as well as to help out with some kicking drills. All right, the first thing we're going to do with the chair is we're going to have it all. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. We're going to have it here next to us. And I'm going to actually turn and face the stool or the chair, or if where you're located you can hold on to a table, anything that can give you some balance. That's what we're really looking to do. So if you have a table next to you, that will work. First drill is you're going to have both hands on it just like this. And you can grab a hold of it, keep it on the end. However you're going to do it, both hands are going to be on it. And as you can see, my body is square. From here, I'm going to lift one leg straight behind me, and I'm going to try to keep that leg as straight as possible and just lift it up behind. Lift it behind. And now, I don't want you to swing it hard. I want you to use your muscles to lift. And you can lean forward a little bit. Lean and lift. I'll turn sideways so you can see. Here, just lift. Lift. All right, we're going to do 10 of these with each leg. 10 of them with each leg. Now, why I'm having you use the stool is just to kind of keep your balance and give you the chance to stretch that leg higher than you normally would. Because if you don't hold on to this and you go too high, what do? Face plant right on the floor, right? So we're trying to give you the ability to go a little bit higher without doing a face plant right into the floor. All right, here we go. We're going to do 10. Ready? And 1. Straight behind you. 2. 3. 4, 5, 6, lift really high if you can, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Beautiful. We got to do both sides. Are you guys ready now? Who's a lefty out there? Who's a righty? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments if you're a lefty or a righty. I am a lefty. Okay, so I like to do stuff with my left hand, even though I can do it pretty evenly with both sides, left and right, but I'm predominantly a lefty. And if you don't know which one you are, ask yourself, which hand do you write with, okay? Here we go. We're going to do 10 and 1. We're using the other leg now. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Beautiful job. Those are great stretches that you can do on your own, on your free time. If you do them every day, you'll start to notice some increase in your flexibility and it makes kicks a little bit easier, that's for sure. All right, next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this, we'll put it right out of the way for now. Excellent. Sikander, you're a righty. Excellent. Here we go, guys. I'm going to have you do our guarding stance with one foot in back, and the other hand is up just like this. What we're going to do now is take our back leg, and we're going to bring that knee straight up in front of us and back. We'll do 10 of these really quick just to get them going. Ready? And 1, knee up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's go to the other side. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just the knee, not a kick. 8, 9, and 10. All right. Instep kick, the easy one. Let's do that one where our knee comes up and we go out, back, and then come down. 4 parts to a kick. Up, out, in, down. Or chamber, extension, rechamber, recover. Up, out, in, down works, right? Here we go. We're here. Ready? We'll do 5 with each leg. And 1, kick. Bend the knee, snap. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's switch sides. Ready? 1, 2, point the foot. 3, toes way down. 4, and 5. Switch legs. This time, we got to curl the toes back and use the ball of the foot. So here's what I'm going to do. I'll bring the stool back so you can see. Not pull it way back. We point the foot. See how our toes were pointed before? But this time, we curl those toes back. And as you can see, the ball of my foot right here is the point of impact for our front kick. If you don't pull the toes back and you pull them straight like this and you jam into something, we used to jokingly call that Taekwondo toe. You'll limp around for about a week, you'll be mad at me, and I'm not even the one that did it wrong. I told you to pull your toes back. So pull them way back. All right, here we go. 5 of those on each leg. Knee comes up and we kick straight in. Ready? And 1, straight. 2, kick. 3, 4, and 5. Switch sides. 1, 2, toes back. 3, ball the foot. 4, and 5. Those kicks, do 20 of them on your own. Do them tomorrow. Do them Friday, Saturday. Do them every day. That's how you get good at something, by doing it every day. Turning kick. Turning kick. Some schools call it a roundhouse kick. It's always good to practice the basic ones. Again, my black belts practice the basic ones all the time. This time, whatever leg is in front, that's going to be your kicking foot. So repeat after me. Front leg kicks. Go ahead and say that. Front leg kicks. Just to make sure you're doing it, have your stance, touch your front leg right here. Say, I promise, Master Jordan, that's the leg I'm going to kick with. So what happens here, we take the other leg, we step up to this, and pick that other leg up and throw that turning kick. We're kicking across this time with the top of our foot. Step, kick. Ready? We're going to do 5. Those didn't count. Ready? And 1. Step, kick. 2. Step, kick. 3. Step, kick. 4. Step. Keep those hands up. Body up tall. 5. Step, kick. Let's switch sides. You got to do both. Again, front leg is kicking. Back leg steps. Front leg comes up and throws that kick. You're kicking this way across your body. Turning kick. Ready? 1. Step, kick. And 2. Step, kick. 3. Step, kick. 4. Hands up. Last one. 5. Beautiful. There's your turning kick. Stepping turning kick. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Next one. Side kick. Remember how we did a side kick? Side kick goes what direction? Sideways. This is where we're going to bring that stool or chair or use a table, whatever it is that you're using before. We're going to bring it back in right now. So I'm going to grab mine. All right. This time what we're going to do is I'm going to have it in front of me like this. I am actually going to turn sideways so you can see. So we're going to actually kind of hold on to it here, and we're going to pick our leg up and we're going to kick straight sideways, just like that. So I'm here. My body is going to be sideways for the kick. I'm just going to kind of lean on this just a little bit. And the reason I'm leaning on it, again, just to keep your balance. But by leaning on it, it actually allows you to focus on the kick easier. This is an old trick we used to use all the time in class to teach people how to use it to throw a side kick. A lot of times, if they haven't developed all the muscles yet, they're kind of all over the place and balance. This is just going to help you keep your balance. You can use one hand. I like to use one. Pick this knee up, and I'm going to push sideways, and then bring it back and then down. Now, we could make it harder and keep it on this side of me and come up and kick over it and bring it back and down. That's the second more advanced drill. Once you know how to throw a side kick, you do that to make sure your muscles are strong. You don't want to clip the chair. You don't want to go whap and kick it on the way up. That would hurt just a little bit. But for now, we'll do the beginner version where you're holding on here. We'll do 5. Ready? We're going to be sideways. I'm kicking to the side with my heel. Ready? Pick it up, push, 1, and come back. Ready? And up, 2, and back. Ready? 3, and back. And ready, up, and 4, and back. Last one, up, and 5, and back. Ah, good. Go ahead and do 5 on the other side. So what we're going to do, we'll switch it. You have it on this side. You're going to do 5 on your own. So you go ahead and do 5 while I talk for just a second, okay? Do 5. Promise me, do 5. All right. After you get done with your 5 side kicks, we're going to jump over to a kick we did last class, the jumping front kick. Are you done with your 5 side kicks yet? You promise? Okay. Jumping front kick. Here we go. So obviously, your front kick looks like this. That's easy. Comes right up, knee comes up and kicks. Well, what we're going to do this time, when we did this last class, if you've seen the movie Karate Kid, the original one, they call it in the movie a crane kick, where your one knee goes up and the other leg kicks. So he stands like this in the middle of the ring, okay? So what's going to happen, we have our hands up. Whatever leg is in front, touch your front leg. Go ahead, touch that front leg. That's going to be your kicking foot. Front leg will kick. My back leg, that knee will come up, and I'm going to drive up in the air as high as I can. The back knee drives you up in the air. Once you are up in the air, stop and float for a second. Can't you do that? I can, but I can't show you. Not until next class. Here we go. Knee comes up. We jump and kick with the other foot. One knee up, other leg kick. We'll do 5 of those, okay? Here we go. Back leg, knees in a drive, and then you kick with this leg when you're in air. Up, kick. It's that easy. Let's do 4 more. That was 1. 2, up, kick. Hands stay up, be tall, even though I'm not. 3. Hands are here, ready, 4. Nicely done. Try to kick at the highest part of your jump. Don't land and kick. Don't do this. I've seen people in class do this. Just watch. Oh. You didn't even kick in midair. Jump, kick at the highest part. Ready, here we go. Ready, last one. Knee up and kick. We got to do 5 on the other side. All about balance. You guys ready? Here we go. Front leg is kicking. Front leg is kicking. By the way, in case I didn't mention it, front leg is kicking. Back knee up high. Front leg kick. 1. Nice. You just switch them in midair. 2. And 3. 4. Last one. 5. There we go. Good stuff. The new kick we're going to have you work on today isn't really a new kick. We're going to put it together in a cool combination. So what I want you to say is turning kick, 360 turning kick. Sounds fancy, doesn't it? Turning kick, 360 turning kick. You're going to throw a turning kick, spin all the way around, and throw a second turning kick with the same leg. But you got to keep spinning. So it looks like this. We go turning kick, spin around, turning kick. That's all. And there's some fancy ways to do it. Right now, we're working the basic way. Okay, now we're going to kick with our back leg this time. back leg. I have my hands up. Touch your back leg, not the front one. Before, we stepped and kicked with our front foot. This time it's the back leg. We throw a kick. After you throw the first one, step down, spin around, step again, and then kick with the same foot 2 times. I hope you have room wherever you're located because you're going to be moving forward just a bit. So don't kick something next to you. By the way, hope that chair's out of the way so don't kick that chair too. Alrighty, hands are up. We're tall. Turning kick, 360 turning kick. Ready? And 1. Kick, spin around, kick. 2. Kick, step down, spin, kick. 3. Kick, spin, kick. We got 2 more to go. 4. Kick, step, spin, kick. Last one right here because you're getting a little bit dizzy, I bet. 5. Spin, kick. There's your turning kick, 360 turning kick. Let's do them on the other side, and that'll be our final kick for today. Here we go. We're going to unwind you a little bit. You got dizzy in one direction, we're going to go back the other. Hands are up, ready, here we go, and kick. Spin around, kick. There's 1. Ready, and 2. Kick. Spin around, kick. 3, kick, spin around, kick. Almost done. 4th one, ready and go. Kick, spin around, kick. Last one, ready and 5. Kick, kick. Well done. Now, as you get better at that, you can do it with a jump. And it looks really fancy. Okay, I'll do it slow so you can see it. But with a jump, it looks really fancy. Hopefully when I jump, I don't knock something off the shelves here. So with the jump, hopefully I don't run out of room either. It looks like this. Kick, and then jump, kick. Now, that takes a little bit of practice. You want me to watch you face to face to do that one. I don't want you jumping all over the place and breaking something. But that's how it could look with some practice. It's really a cool kick. Okay, so in terms of techniques, that's all we're going to give you for new techniques today. So think about what we did. We did our basic blocks, low, middle, rising, knife hand guarding block, wedging block. Next week we'll show you one called a twin forearm block, which is going to make your brain hurt a little bit, but it's a cool block, I promise. It's a little bit confusing, but I'm pretty sure you'll be able to figure it out. And then our kicks, we reviewed all of our kicks. I gave you guys your turning kick, 360 turning kick. Feel free to use a stool or a chair at home to help you do some stretching and do some kicking. It's really a good thing to do. You can use a table, put your hand on the wall, something like that. Okay? We want to talk real quickly about a couple terms and a couple things and a couple philosophies and concepts that are really important that you must remember doing Taekwondo. We spoke a couple times now already about our 5 tenets of Taekwondo: self-control, perseverance, integrity, courtesy, and indomitable spirit. I gave you an acronym, SPICI. Here we go. Self-control, perseverance, integrity, courtesy, and indomitable spirit. Try to use these in your life every single day. I know that seems kind of boring. I want to just do Taekwondo kicks. No, you got to live and know these things as well too. These are the things that are going to help you succeed, I promise, okay? Counting to 10 in Korean. You guys ready? Now, what I did is I wrote them out. I'll say them first, and then I'll show you a diagram. And I also spelled them phonetically. And if you're not sure what phonetically means, I spelled it out how it sounds. So, with me, I want you to say it. We're going to count. Ready? Hana. Go ahead and say it after me. Hana. Dul. Set. Net. Taset. Yaset. Ilgop. Yadur. Ahop. Yol. So that's how we count to 10. What I have here, let's get a little closer so you can see it. Okay. 1, Hana. Sounds like Hana. I spelled it like that so you can see. Dul. Sounds like dual. Set is easy. You don't have to phonetically spell that one. Set. Net. Taset. As you can see, toss-ut. Taset. Yasat, same thing, basically just with a Y. Yasat. Ilgup, as you can see how I spelled it, Ilgup. Yodol, as you can see how I spelled it, Yodol. Ahop, as you can see how I spelled it, Ahop. And then Yol, as you can see how I spelled that one, Yol. Hana, Dul, say it with me, ready? Hana, Dul, Set, Net, Tassat, Yasat, Ilgop, Yodol, Ahop, Yol. Okay, so that is how we spell, say 1 to 10. Last thing to review is how to say thank you in Korean. Now, if you're first time joining us, you haven't heard this yet, but we say thank you in Korean a lot during class. Very, very respectful. There's actually 2 ways to say it in Korean. If I was to translate it into English, it's like saying thanks or thank you very much. Both mean thank you, thanks, thank you very much. One is more formal. The thank you very much is the more formal one, and that's how we do it in class. We say the more formal one. And the more formal way of saying thank you is 감사합니다. 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 That's how you spell it, okay? So one thing you want to say whenever we bow to the instructors, classmates, if you're working with someone, and you want to say thanks, 감사합니다. And we say it as we bow, 감사합니다. It's really important to understand this because this actually shows a lot of courtesy. One of the things that we spoke about with the 5 tenets, courtesy, right there, number 4, very, very important in your everyday lives. Now, if you have questions, feel free to type a comment right now. And if you don't have a question right now, and you think of something afterwards, I'm doing this every class, you can send me an email. Send me a message, in the subject line, Rise Vermont question, Taekwondo question. That way, it doesn't get caught up by spam, and I'll actually get it. So if you have to think of a question to send me, Master Jordan at ybba.com. Master Jordan, all one word. Don't worry about capitalizing the letters, as you don't have to do that. Master Jordan at ybba.com. That is where you can send me questions, and I'd be happy to answer them about anything. If it's how do you hold your hand when you do a certain technique? How come it hurts my knee when I throw a front kick? How do I get more flexible? What can I do to be able to jump higher? I have all kinds of things I can answer, and if I don't know the answer, guess what? I will find out the answer for you. All right? I happen to be pretty well versed not only in martial arts, but in sports kinesiology and exercises. Having been a personal trainer in the past, soccer, basketball. So if you have any questions about any of that stuff, I could probably answer that too. All right? If there's no additional questions, I haven't seen anybody put any comments in right now. I'd like to thank you for being with us here today in week number 3. Again, we have 10 weeks for this program. Each week we're going to build upon things, keep adding things. Tell your friends. Spread the word. Rise Vermont is doing a wonderful thing here by bringing martial arts to anybody who wants to do this for free. And I can't thank them enough for giving me the opportunity. So, until next class, have fun, stretch your muscles a lot, practice the techniques, but you have to promise the techniques you're practicing, you're not practicing them on somebody. You're practicing them at home, not on a sibling, not on a friend. This is a chance for you to embrace martial arts and exercise in a different way, but you have to have the self-control, which again is one of the 5 tenets. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and do our formal stuff. Chariot, hands are here. Good, and kyungnae, and that's where you say 감사합니다. And we'll see you guys next class. It's beautifully sunny outside right now. There's still a chance to get outside and enjoy it. Be well, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.